Hello and welcome to Pushing Back, Ukraine Daily Brief. As the war enters its 767th day, these are the main developments from the past 24 hours. Russia has lost approximately 442,880 troops in Ukraine since the beginning of the war, the General Staff of Ukraine's armed forces reported. The number, which has not been independently verified, includes 710 casualties over the past day. According to the released Ukrainian figures, Russia lost 20 tanks, 17 armored combat vehicles, 32 artillery systems, 1 air defense system, 26 drones, 9 cruise missile, 35 vehicles, and 3 pieces of special equipment. March was a bad month for the Russian Black Sea Fleet. On March 5, Magura V-5 naval drones attacked the patrol ship Sergei Kotov. The ship suffered damage to the stern, right, and left sides. On March 24, the Ukrainian Air Force successfully struck Yarmol, Azov, and Kostyantyn-Olshansky, large landing ships, and reconnaissance ship Ivan Kurs in temporarily occupied Sevastopol. The Russian Black Sea Fleet continues to suffer. The update from the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. There were 49 combat engagements. The enemy launched a total of 23 missile and 61 airstrikes, carried out 41 multiple launch rocket system attacks on positions of Ukrainian troops and various settlements. The Ukrainian Air Force launched airstrikes on 10 concentrations of troops, weapons, and military equipment of the occupiers. The Ukrainian missile forces hit 2 drone control posts, 1 air defense system, 1 electronic warfare station, and 1 artillery system of the Russian invaders. In its latest intelligence update, the UK's Ministry of Defence reports sanctions are making it difficult for Russia to get supplies for its military. They can't trade with as many countries and have to pay much more for sanctioned goods through third parties. This especially hurts production of advanced weapons that rely on foreign parts. Sanctions are also making it harder for Russia to sell weapons to other countries, leading to a drop in arms exports. In its latest intelligence update, the Institute for the Study of War. The Kremlin-controlled Russian Orthodox Church Moscow Patriarchate reportedly directed all its clergy to change their liturgy to include pro-war prayers in support of Russia's war of conquest against Ukraine, and is likely threatening to defrock Russian Orthodox Church Moscow Patriarchate clergy who do not support the war. The Russian Orthodox Church Moscow Patriarchate leadership has intensified internal scrutiny against Russian Orthodox Church Moscow Patriarchate clergy and has reportedly defrocked several clergy members who refuse to promote Kremlin-introduced prayers supporting Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Russia conducted another series of missile and drone strikes largely targeting Ukrainian energy infrastructure on the night of March 30 to 31 as delays in U.S. security assistance continue to degrade Ukraine's air defense umbrella and enable Russia to significantly damage Ukraine's energy grid. Ukrainian forces appear to have repelled a Russian battalion-sized mechanized assault near Avdiivka, Donetsk Oblast, on March 30, the first battalion-sized mechanized assault since Russian forces began the campaign to seize Avdiivka in late October 2023. French Defense Minister Sébastien Lecornu announced on March 31 that France will provide an unspecified number of Aster-30 surface-to-air missiles and hundreds of armored vehicles and other equipment to Ukraine. Russian President Vladimir Putin signed on March 31 the scheduled decree authorizing Russia's semi-annual spring military conscription, which will conscript 150,000 Russians between April 1 and July 15. The Russian military command reportedly appointed Chief of Staff of the Russian Ground Forces Colonel General Alexander Lapin as commander of the newly formed Leningrad Military District. The Kremlin continues efforts to enforce Russian federal laws in post-Soviet countries where Russia has no legal jurisdiction. Russian authorities conducted a counter-terrorism operation and detained suspected terrorists in the Republic of Dagestan on March 31. The Russian government continues to fail to properly compensate volunteer and irregular forces fighting in Ukraine, despite recently passing new legislation that simplifies the access to veteran statuses for these servicemen and their families. Russian forces recently made confirmed advances near Avdiivka and southwest of Donetsk city. In Zelensky's nightly briefing, he commemorated the second anniversary of driving Russian forces out of the Kiev region. He honored all Ukrainians who resisted, continue to fight, rebuild, and contribute to the country's future. His message emphasizes Ukrainian strength, resilience, and determination to liberate the entire country, and concluded with gratitude for those fighting and supporting Ukraine. Thanks for following today's updates. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. We'll return tomorrow with the latest news on the ongoing conflict.